Hello and welcome to today's video. We are here for our first of 4, or maybe 5 or something, power ranking videos for the Overwatch World Cup. Now, this here is for the group stage from Incheon, South Korea, which just wrapped up. And power rankings for the Overwatch World Cup, it's a little bit different than necessarily what we did for the Overwatch League. Overwatch League was more like, you see the change over the time, but this was just ranking the teams, talking about their games. And most of the time, the order will stay the same. I don't really think that this stage here from Incheon really is going to change. The 6 are in the order that they finished. But if one team just has like a game that they lose or something that maybe in a different stage I feel like they could have won, the power rankings will be different. But for this here, they will not bait. So, yeah, the group stage. So the other thing that I was saying though for the power rankings, we may do one for like after 4 teams get eliminated in BlizzCon, and then because we can do after 4 teams get eliminated and then one's down to 2. We could do something like that. Who knows? I haven't really thought that far ahead. I didn't even know I was doing power rankings until like yesterday. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about each map that they played and the scores on that. So the difference is we're not going to go country by country, or as we did team by team. The order is the same. Hong Kong is 6th, Chinese Taipei 5th, Japan 4th, Russia 3rd, Finland 2nd, Korea 1st. So, the first match of the group stage in Incheon, South Korea. Hong Kong versus Russia. And the way this worked, I thought was really good. A lot of people in the Overwatch League Overwatch World Cup aren't necessarily a fan. A lot of the players of the map pool being anything. But I think the map pool being anything is better than... I think it works for Overwatch League, but I like it being anything because it makes it more like the actual game. Because, you press the button to load in, whatever you press to go into comp or quick play, any map's popping up on the screen. So I think that it's still not as random as that because the losing team gets to pick and your control map is preset, but I think it's just better, just any hybrid map, any control map, any escort map is available. I think it's so much better than just necessarily preparing. Because, prepare for your map and your strategy, but when you actually play the game, most of the time, you're not really preparing for the map. It's sort of changing on the fly, sort of whatever. So I think it's better. It makes it closer to the actual game. So, the first map, though, or the first match between Hong Kong and Russia was a 4-0 victory for Russia, winning Nepal, Kings Row, Temple of Anubis, and Rialto, the newest map in Overwatch. Made its debut here in a high level. It may have, actually it wasn't contenders, but it made its debut at I consider this the high level, up with Overwatch League. It's these 2 tournaments, or Overwatch League season, and then the World Cup. They're sort of similar. And also it's the first time I've seen Wrecking Ball played a lot of these people. I'm not sure if they even played that in contenders. I don't pay attention to contenders. But next up was Chinese Taipei against South Korea. Now, I watched 3 of the 5 matches that South Korea played. This is one of them. The first time I ever watched Overwatch World Cup, this match right here. South Korea took on Chinese Taipei, or Taiwan, and they had a 4-0 victory as well. So some 4 Overwatch the first day. South Korea winning Oasis, Kings Row, Temple of Anubis, and Rialto. A lot of the contenders teams tried to pick Rialto, because most of the teams besides Russia, or most of the teams besides really Korea and Finland, and part of Russia, the other 3, Hong Kong, Chinese Taipei, and Japan, none of them are Overwatch League. So those teams, Hong Kong, Chinese Taipei, and Japan, had all contenders players. So they're like, you know what? We're going to pick Rialto against these other 3 teams, which have Overwatch League players. Alright, so Hong Kong then took on Finland, also in 4-0. So the 3 teams that were expected to win, or be the best in the stage, all got 4-0s first day. Finland winning Ilios, Kings Row, Temple of Anubis, and there's nothing there for the last one. I'm assuming it's Rialto. Well, there's nothing there. So, at this point, we'll talk about the bottom 3 teams. So, Hong Kong ended up finishing 0-20. They did not win a single map. They did not win a map. They were 0-5 overall, and they were just there really to help another team win or give another team an easy pass. Hong Kong, like I said in our other video about the group stage, Muwei, I think, is a decent player and could be considered by the other teams from his performance in this. Because this is really a way for the Overwatch League teams to see who they want. Because free agency is happening, I think, very soon. And especially for the expansion teams. Free agency is happening very, very soon for the 3 teams. Atlanta, Guangzhou, and Paris, and whatever other teams get announced. I should definitely look that up, see if there's more teams that get announced or anything. I don't know. Alright. Next up, Chinese Taipei. They are 5-15. They are 1-4. They're 1 win coming over Hong Kong. Taiwan honestly wasn't that good either. Again, they're 1 win being over Hong Kong. So that's kind of like beating the Shanghai Dragons as your only win. It's not really impressive. So Hong Kong and Chinese Taipei are sort of like Shanghai Dragons and Florida Mayhem. And then you get the Dallas Fuel, Japan. Japan went 8-12. Their map record was 2-3. You want to guess what teams they beat? You're right. Taiwan and Hong Kong. Alright. The second day of matches. It's sort of weird because the times are set here for... actually, is this Pacific time? This does say Pacific time. Alright, cool. The other one, it was set for... No, here's the thing. The games are in Korean time because they're in Korea. But it's in Pacific time on the website, so it makes everything confusing. So what was day 1 in Korea was part of day 2, what they showed in America. And then day 3 was part of day 2, and then day 4 doesn't really exist, but exists in America, but not in Korea. Because time zones. Alright, so day 2 for Overwatch World Cup. And I'm just going to say it because that's what it says on the screen. It may not be accurate to the actual tournament. But day 2, Japan and Russia faced off. Russia winning 3-1 over Japan. Japan took Oasis, but Russia came back taking Eichenwald, their home map of Volskaya Industries, and then Rialto. Next was Finland and South Korea. I did not watch this game. It was about 4 in the morning. I did watch the other one, though. Korea and Russia. I'll explain why. But Finland and South Korea. I didn't watch it. I seen it was a really good match. It was the only time that South Korea dropped a map. And Korea won Lijiang Tower. Finland winning King's Row. South Korea winning Temple of Anubis. Finland winning Rialto. Apparently there was an issue with the game and the internet there. And all the games disconnected from the internet. And they had to redo it. And everybody's triggered because they thought they were trying to help Korea win. But Finland won it anyways. Because I don't really know why it matters. But then Korea came back and won on Nepal. The next match, which was later in the day. So this is really day 2 in Korea. The match between Hong Kong and South Korea. I did watch this one as well. South Korea winning over Hong Kong. As we know, do not take a map at all. Winning Lijiang Tower, King's Row, Horizon Lunar Colony, and Rialto. Rialto's actually a good map, though. Did anybody pick Blizzard World? Alright, next we have Chinese Taipei against Japan. Japan winning Ilios. Chinese Taipei winning King's Row. Japan winning Temple of Anubis. And Japan winning whatever the last map is, because it's on the computer again. I'm going to assume it's Rialto. Or it could be Dorado, maybe. It's either Rialto or Dorado, because I think that those were the 2 that were picked. Alright, so, next it comes to Russia versus Finland. And with South Korea already being out 4-0, whoever wins this match really has a shot to, or Korea was up 3-0. But whoever sort of wins this one is sort of going to try to solidify themselves as the second team. Unless, of course, Russia comes back and wins against Korea, which obviously we know didn't happen. So, Russia took Oasis from Finland, and then they tied on Kings Row. So all Russia had to do was win on their home map, Volskaya Industries, which they didn't. So then it came down to whoever won Dorado, which happened to be Finland. That was a very close match for them. Next up, day 3. Still day 2 in South Korea. Chinese Taipei and Hong Kong faced off. This is good. This is a good one. Florida Mayhem and Shanghai Dragons. Alright, Taiwan winning against Hong Kong. Taking Oasis, Eichenwald, Temple of Anubis, and Rialto. Next up, we have Japan versus South Korea. A 4-0 in favor of South Korea. Korea winning Nepal, Kings Row, Temple of Anubis, and another map. Either probably Rialto or Dorado, but sometimes it doesn't show the 4th map. This is the other one I didn't watch. I watched 3 of the 5 that Korea played, like I said. I watched them play against Hong Kong, Chinese Taipei, and Russia. So, yeah. Next, though, Japan versus Finland. This is now day 3 in Korea. Japan and Finland playing. Finland winning 4-0 against Japan. Winning Lijiang Tower, Eichenwald, Temple of Anubis, and Watchpoint Gibraltar. Again, remember, the losing team picks the map. So whoever lost the map before. So Japan would pick Eichenwald, Temple of Anubis, and Watchpoint Gibraltar. Alright, next is Chinese Taipei versus Russia. Another one that we're going to not see the last map on. But Russia won Lijiang Tower, Kings Row, Temple of Anubis, and the 4th map. And then Hong Kong versus Japan. Japan winning this one 4-0. Nepal, Eichenwald, Temple of Anubis, and the last map. Alright, so now there's only 2 games left, but we are going to do the rankings for the top 3 teams. Russia went 12-7, map record 3-2. The only teams they lost to were Finland and South Korea. But that's enough to knock them out. Barely making it in. Or barely getting eliminated. And yeah, that's that for Russia. Apparently all 3 times of the tournament they've been eliminated by South Korea. I know they lost in 2016 to Korea in the finals. But I don't know, I guess they lost in the group stage last year to Korea. And lost the group stage this year to Korea. Alright, so next up is Finland. They went 16-4. They were 4-1 map record. They only dropped 4 maps. 3 of them against South Korea, 1 of them against Russia. So Finland's really good. They got a shot to go far in the tournament when it comes to BlizzCon in November. But number 1, the flag that's behind me, South Korea. They went 19-2 on maps, and they were 5-0. So, the only 2 times they dropped a map was against Finland. The only team that did not 4-0, they won 3-2 against them. So, it comes to the final day now. Day 4, of course, finishing up day 3 in Incheon. At 3 in the morning, about 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning, I watched this game. South Korea against Russia. As you know, I like South Korea a really lot. And Casey likes Russia a real lot. As you guys know, Lamim, dude's wild. He's big into Russia. Oh man, I was gonna make a meme, but I'm not going there. So 4-0 victory. I texted him saying it's gonna be 4-0, and he said you're gonna be surprised, and I told him I'd be surprised if they took a map. Okay, so South Korea again 4-0 over Russia, winning Ilios, Kings Row, Volskaya Industries, and Dorado. The last map, of course, Finland against Chinese Taipei. Really didn't matter. All Finland had to do was win a map, and they locked themselves in. Because Russia could put themselves in if they I think it was they had to have a 3-1 win over Korea. Of course, they got 4-0'd. So then it came down to Chinese Taipei, the team with 1 win and 5 maps overall, had to come out and 4-0 Finland. If Finland took 1 map, it was over. So Finland won 4-0, winning on Nepal. That was the last thing I wanted to see. I wanted to see if Russia would have a shot to make it in. I just wanted to see basically them get eliminated because I knew Finland was going to take the first map. So I watched Nepal. The only time I watched anything in this tournament that was not Korea playing. Finland played. Fraggy, crazy on the Reinhardt. First point, this dude has Earth Shatter before the point unlocks. It's just insane. This guy comes in here, shatters, destroys the entire team, and is already halfway to his second shatter before the Reinhardt on Taiwan even had a 50% charge on his ult. So Finland won Nepal, Kings Road, Temple of Anubis in the last map. Again, I can't see what it is. It doesn't show me. But that is it for Incheon, South Korea for the tournament. Of course, coming in November, on the 7th, we'll be taking a look at the Los Angeles group. And then Thailand, I forgot what the city name is that they're playing in. That's coming later in November on the 13th. So you got November 7th, November 13th, and November 21st. So November? Why am I saying November? September. 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 So a lot of matches for at that time. So we'll see what happens. Of course, South Korea and Finland are going to BlizzCon in where they play Burbank. Is that where BlizzCon is? No, that's where the Blizzard Arena is. I don't know where BlizzCon is, but they're going to California to try to compete for the championship in the Overwatch World Cup. Oh, another fun fact. I was watching the Overwatch World Cup on my TV, which is here, laying in my bed, tweeting random shit, because that's what I always do. I always tweet random things. You guys know. Follow me on Twitter. Links down below. I always tweet just random things, my thoughts on the game. So I just tweeted that I was excited that Korea made it. And they put my tweet on the screen, and I'm just like, what's happening? I don't know. I was excited. I see my cat on the screen. This is my profile picture. Yeah. So I seen my tweet saying I was excited about the game. Or that I was excited because Korea's going to BlizzCon. And everybody's probably like, you already knew that? Or, like, you kind of had to expect that? I don't know. By the way, I was excited, so I tweeted it out, and it ended up on the screen. And then I'm like, whoa, that's exciting. But yeah, so that's it for our Incheon, South Korea power rankings. Of course, we'll be back in a couple weeks with our power rankings for the Los Angeles group. That's going to be good. So we'll see you guys then.